Have you ever wondered why the deepest wounds aren't caused by words, but by the silence that follows? Why the absence of someone's voice can echo louder than any scream? Most men, when hurt, rush to explain, argue, or beg, believing words can repair what's broken. But true power lies in the opposite: stepping back, staying silent. This isn't just about heartbreak, it's about transformation. It's about how a man can rise from the ashes without a word, how silence, when mastered, becomes a weapon sharper than any blade. When you grasp the power of detachment, you no longer chase closure or beg others to recognize your worth. You become the closure. You become the silence they can't ignore. Stoicism isn't numbness, it's invincibility. Dark psychology isn't manipulation, it's understanding the hidden forces that drive people and refusing to be controlled by them. When you master your emotions and reactions, you hold a power no one can steal. You stop bleeding for someone who wouldn't even wipe your tears. When you go silent after betrayal, when you withdraw your presence, energy, and validation, you don't just vanish. You become a void they can't fill, a question they can't answer, a mistake they can't undo. Your silence becomes a mirror they can't bear to face, reflecting everything they carelessly threw away. By the time they realize it, you're already gone. Welcome to the moment you stop chasing and start conquering. This is the power of silence, the reason your silence broke her. If you're done surrendering your peace to those who never valued it, if you're ready to reclaim mastery over yourself, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. My silence speaks louder than their chaos. 1. Silence is louder than words. When she hurt you, every instinct screamed to react, to call, text, or make her feel your pain. But here's the truth: words change nothing. To someone who's already checked out, your words are just noise, background static. Every message, every plea would have only fed her ego, proving she still controlled your emotions. But silence? Silence is brutal. It forces her to confront the one thing she never wanted to face: herself. Without your validation, without your voice chasing her, she's left alone with her choices. And the mind, when unchecked, becomes its own tormentor. She'll wonder why you're not reaching out. She'll replay memories, question her decisions, and doubt the story she told herself when she walked away. Silence doesn't just hurt, it unsettles. It plants seeds of uncertainty that grow louder with time. When you speak, she can twist your words or ignore them. But when you're silent, there's nothing for her to fight against, no way to justify her actions. Silence strips her of excuses. It's not just the absence of noise. It's the presence of dignity, strength, and self-respect. Your silence becomes a mirror she can't escape, showing her the truth. She lost something valuable. You weren't just an option, you were the one who truly cared. And by the time she sees it, you've already moved on. Words beg, words plead, but silence stands tall. It doesn't negotiate, seek validation, or chase those who walked away. It simply says, I was enough. You just couldn't see it. If you're done explaining your worth to someone who didn't deserve you, hit like, subscribe, and comment. My silence is my strength. 2. Emotion is her weapon. Detachment is yours. When a woman pulls away, cheats, betrays, or leaves you in confusion, she rarely makes a clean break. Instead, she leaves behind emotional landmines, songs you once shared, memories that ambush you, words that replay in your mind. Her control isn't in her presence. It's in living rent-free inside your head. If you react emotionally, if you lash out, chase answers, or beg for closure, you're playing right into her hands. Your emotions become her victory. Your pain becomes her validation. That's why detachment isn't just an idea. It's survival. Detachment doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you stop bleeding for someone who handed you the knife. It means you refuse to give pieces of yourself to someone who proved they didn't deserve them. When you detach, you reclaim your power. You stop letting her dictate your highs and lows. You pull your emotional leverage back into your own hands, where it always belonged. Stoicism teaches this ruthlessly. You can't control external events, but you can always control your response. Every time you refuse to react, every time you ignore the urge to call or send that late-night text, you grow stronger. You train yourself to value peace over pride, and that terrifies her. As long as you were emotional, you were predictable. Now, you're a mystery, and nothing unsettles someone more than realizing they can no longer trigger you. When you detach, she feels it. She notices the shift in your energy. She realizes she's no longer the center of your world, and whether she admits it or not, it stings. Because deep down, what she wanted wasn't just love, it was control. And you just took it back, without saying a word. If you're done being a prisoner to your emotions, if you're ready to choose yourself first, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. I control my energy. 3. The scarcity principle. You become valuable when you're absent. People only value what feels rare. It's human nature. We don't chase what's abundant. We chase what's slipping through our fingers. Right now, you're either too available or irreplaceable. If you're always texting, always waiting, always orbiting her attention, you become background noise. Predictable, easy, and nothing loses value faster than what's always within reach. But the moment you disappear, the second you stop showing up where she expects you, you trigger something primal in her. The fear of loss. Scarcity forces her to feel your absence. It makes her question her choices. It forces her to confront the truth. You are not a convenience. You are not a backup plan. You are a rare experience, one she took for granted. By stepping back, you don't beg for her attention. You make her crave what she can no longer have. Understand this. Attention is currency. The more you give freely, the less it's worth. The less you offer, the more valuable it becomes. When you stop rewarding indifference with your energy, you reset the power dynamic. You prove you were always the prize. She didn't lose you. She gambled you away. And now, she realizes it too late. Scarcity isn't about playing games. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for less. It's about walking away, not out of spite, but because your peace is non-negotiable. If you're done being too available to those who never do the same for you, hit like, subscribe, and comment. I am rare. I won't be taken for granted. 4. Mystery destroys her control. The moment she can predict you, she controls you. She knows when you'll call, when you'll cave, when you'll forgive her, no matter how she treats you. She learns exactly how to pull your strings because you've made yourself an open book. Predictability is weakness in the wrong hands. When a woman knows she can trigger an emotional reaction from you at will, you cease to be a man. You become a tool. You lose your edge, your mystery, and without mystery, attraction withers. But when you go silent, when you pull back and stop broadcasting your every thought and emotion, everything shifts. Suddenly, she no longer knows what's happening in your mind. She can't tell if you're still hung up on her or if you've already moved on. That uncertainty eats at her. Where there was once control, now there's anxiety. The human mind craves certainty, and when it's denied, It fills the void with worst-case scenarios. This is the power of mystery. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about protecting your sovereignty. It's refusing to hand your soul to someone who hasn't earned it. It's keeping your plans private, your dignity intact, and your energy guarded. The less she knows, the more she imagines. The more she imagines, the more she feels your absence. The more she feels your absence, the more she regrets ever doubting your value. You owe no one full access to your heart or mind. You owe yourself the protection of your most valuable asset, your peace. Mystery isn't manipulation. It's self-respect. Respect for your journey, your healing, and the man you're becoming. The moment you realize you never needed to prove your worth is the moment you become untouchable. If you're done being predictable, if you're ready to let silence speak louder than desperation, hit like, subscribe, and comment. My mystery is my strength. 5. Her ego cannot handle rejection. Most men assume women leave because they stop caring. The truth? Many leave expecting you to chase them. They anticipate the tears, the pleading texts, the late-night calls begging for another chance, because it feeds their ego. It reassures them they're still wanted, still in control. Your heartbreak becomes their trophy. Your desperation becomes proof of their power. But when you don't chase, when you don't argue, don't flinch, don't react, you shatter that illusion. You reject the script she thought she wrote. And nothing cuts deeper into a woman's ego than unexpected indifference. It's not just the absence of your attention that stings. It's the silent statement you make. You are not worth losing myself over. Rejection isn't just saying no. It's reclaiming your sovereignty. It's choosing your peace over temporary validation. It's refusing to play her emotional chess game, where she moves and expects you to react on cue. When you break the cycle, she's forced to confront something terrifying. She overplayed her hand. She replays every interaction, wondering where she miscalculated. For the first time, she faces the reality that you were never hers to lose. You were hers to appreciate. You are not responsible for filling the holes in someone else's ego. You are responsible for protecting your soul. Walking away isn't weakness. It's the ultimate strength. Rejecting her control, even if you once loved her, is a declaration. My dignity is worth more than your approval. If you're done inflating egos that don't deserve your energy, hit like, subscribe, and comment. My self-respect is non-negotiable.